Hi, girls. I'm glad to be here with us. So, today I'm going to talk about Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I'd like to begin by my general opinion about this book. I really like it. I know a lot of people think this is the worst novel of Jane Austen or it's boring because they are used to it to find this powerful woman in this different character. But I think this is relatable to the reality at that time. Like the main character is quiet and she always tries to do what she's supposed to do. And I think if I had lived at that time, I would be in that way. So for me, it's realistic and I like it. It's not my favorite one, but I like it. So first, I'm gonna talk about others' life. Then I will give you a book summary, and finally, how it is represented now. Jane Austen was born in 1775 in England. She was the seventh child out of eight. She was educated by her father, who works at All Souls College. So that's the reason why she received a broader education than many women of her time. And all this information, they know about that because she wrote like 3,000 letters, but in the end, they only found like 163 letters. So it's not like a lot of information, but they know a little bit about her life by these letters. And she died because she was sick of Addison's disease. Talking about her style, it's a combination of parody, burlesque, irony, free and direct speech, and a degree of realism. She wrote seven novels that are Mansfield Park, that it's the one that I will talk about later. Sense and Civility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Nottingham Abbey, Recession, Lady Susan, and the Watsons and Sandington. It wasn't finished. I think if she lived for like longer time, she would finish. But sadly, she died before that. And I can see or notice her style. Like for example, Nottingham Abbey. It's a parody of a classical Gothic novel. And free indirect speech, I would say that you can find it in Pride and Prejudice and Realism. In every single one, you can see how it was the life at that time. Specifically, I like this one, Sense and Sensibility. I think I can imagine, like I watched the movie and I can imagine how the life was at that time. So, talking about the book, the summary, Fanny is the main character and she moved to Sir Thomas and Lady Bertram house because Lady Bertram was like her mother's sisters. So she married with a rich man. So she was like trying to convince her husband to take care of one of the children because their sister her sister was poor and everything, and if they had the opportunity to help, so in the end, Sir Thomas said yes, and that's the reason why Fanny just moved to this house. And Mrs. Norris, she is the sister of Lady Bertram, so it's the uncle, the Fanny's uncle. And basically, she is the one who take care of the house, like do all the chores and everything, and take care of Fanny, like paying attention that she's doing what she's supposed to do, and always telling her like she is not the same level of her cousin, and she needs to be a good girl and all that. And so when she arrived the house when she was 10 years old. The first person who was kind with her, it was her cousin Edmund. And since that first time, they became like good friends. And now talking about the other cousins, they are Maria and Julia. Basically, they are selfish and don't care about Fanny at all. And Thomas, it was the oldest, and he's supposed to take care of the house and the family in case Sir Thomas died. But Thomas only want to live the life, like enjoy and have a crazy life. So the main point it was when Mary and Henry Crawford arrived there. Like they don't live in the same house, but they live near. So spend a lot of time with all the family. Now, Mary and Edmund have like attraction or something like that. But Mary, she was or they were from the city, so they have other thoughts and point of view of life. And Mary was worried about money, like she wanted to marry with someone that have money. And Edmund just want to dedicate his life to church work, so the payment is it was not good at all. So that was the problem. And Henry basically was always like flirting with Maria and Julia, and Fanny noticed that and have like a or she told like, oh, he's a bad guy and have a bad reputation. So in the end, Henry was interested in Fanny because she doesn't care about him at all, and he proposed to Fanny like get married, but she refused, and her uncle say like, oh, you should say yes because he is a good man and you will never find another purpose like this and everything. So Fanny get mad and decide to like go to her house or her home for a few days. And Henry obviously follow Fanny and is still like trying to convince her. But Fanny say no, and Henry get mad. In the end, Henry and Maria, by the way, Maria had husband, like she was married, and just run away with Henry. They just run away. Also, Julia ran away with a guy, but I don't remember the name. But in the end, she get married, and Mary also ran away with another guy. So it was like a scandal there, and Edmund was sad because he loves Mary and all that. But in the end, he realized that Fanny was a good woman, and they get married. I'm sorry. Fanny loves Edmund since they meet, like since they were kids. Let's move on and look at how all these society. First one, social status. I think it's a reality that the money makes you have a social status because the life is expensive, and if you have more money, you will have a better life or lifestyles. So it's still happening that you need money. About family, I think it's the base of society. Like you care about your family and you try to do the best for them. And now it's not the same as that time. Like you don't marry it for something good, like in return, but you're still taking care of your family. And some places still doing that, like marriage that give you something like money or something in back. And the last one is marriage proposal. Here I think it's not common like you see a proposal just for money, but in other countries that life is really expensive, you can see or they search for someone who can balance the economic situation for have a good life. Mm, I'll just conclude by saying or sharing this quote. It isn't what we say or think what defines us, but what we do. By Jane Austen, from the book Sense and Sensibility. And I can relate this quote to the main character because she was quiet all the time, and it doesn't matter what she thinks or say. It's more about what she does, and she didn't do something for express her love to her cousin. So it's a lesson for life. Like you need to do what you want and be clear with your actions. I think it's more important than than what you can say or think. And so thank you for your time and attention. Does anyone have comments or questions?
Um, yeah, congratulations, Karen, for your presentation. It was very interesting, and I think that you made a good summary of the book. And the thing that I want to ask you is um, if you consider that this novel uh, could, or the teachings of this novel could be aptly for now, for this.
Uh, which one? I understand. I understand like your question, but I didn't understand what exactly you say, like the topic or what.
If you want, I don't know if Maria wants to make a
Yeah.
question because someone is knocking my door. So
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. So I
don't
agree
worry.
with Lydia, Karen. You make a good job with this presentation. I really love. I mean, like the slides and how you summarize all the information, all the book. So yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I would like to know if you feel related to any of the characters. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Maria Rene. And yes, I will say that Edmund, it's really kind and was like shy, and I don't know how to explain that, but he had a good heart. Like he knows what he wants, like dedicate or his life to the church and charity and all that. So I completely understand him. And so yeah, that's the character that I relate to. Like the main one, like Fanny too, but it was complicated because he in the book he was like sad all the time, and I understand the reason why. Like she was a stranger in the house, so I can completely understand that. But yeah, like these two, I would say these two.
Oh, that's great. And also, I want to know from you why you think I forget the name. But yeah, was the lady that the photo was of the lady that it was on the middle. Um, yeah, Mary. Yeah, because we have Maria and Mary, and they are different. I want to know why you think that about the scandal they made. I mean, yeah. What do you think about it?
Oh, I don't know. I think in the past it was complicated. Like you need to be cautious. Like people will talk about you all the time. So, oh, Mary and Henry was like a crazy people. Like just want to do crazy things and live. So I don't know what to think about it because Mary in the end just run away with someone. I think he was rich or something like that. So it's not a big deal. Like she had what she want. But Henry, for example, just did it because he was selfish. So I hate it. Like he don't even doesn't care about Maria at all. So it's like, oh, I don't know. And also the book don't give you like doesn't give you a lot of information about this scandal. Just you know that they run away, but don't gives a lot of information.
Okay, I got you. So thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to make my question very quickly. The thing that I want to ask you is that if you think that the values that you can learn in this book are applying in this time. It is, do you believe that
Oh,
are people that,
yeah, of course.
go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, of course that oh that you still knowing that situations that women just want get married for the money and all that. And now, well, I think in the past you didn't know if a man just wants you like it was seriously or just want play with you. But at that time it was complicated because if you make a mistake, all the people will talk about you and you couldn't get back to your home and things like that. So it was complicated. And now it's like it happens a lot of time. Like nobody is seriously and mm, guys only play with the girls. So it's not the same. But everything that happened in this history, in this story, I will say that make an evolution and it's still happening now.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Thank you, Lydia. Uh, so it was a pleasure to share with you this book. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon or night and see you